Good afternoon and happy Thursday. I'm GoLocal Live correspondent Chelsea Gay here in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center with my first guest today, Joel Thayer from Selfie Stop in Providence. Yes, which I'm sure nobody's really heard of yet, but we're hoping to make it a thing, right?
It's a brand new business. We're up at Providence Place Mall. We actually have previews this coming weekend, so
Awesome.
October 6th and 7th. But we officially open on next Wednesday, on October 10th.
Okay.
And it's a brand new business. We're the first selfie museum in New England, so we're kind of excited about it. We've got a lot of good buzz about it. We're in Providence Monthly Magazine featured, and so we're pretty excited.
So what is a selfie museum? I mean, I can't wrap my head around that.
Well, it's basically we create a place for you to create your own selfie art. Because the background is that I'm a college professor, and so I was teaching a class last spring called The Value of Art. And my college students thought that felt strongly that their selfies were art. So we were talking about how there was no really great places to sort of create selfie art. And then we did some research, and we found out of a museum called the Museum of Ice Cream, which was in New York, and it's completely sold out. Like every ticket they sold out. So then they did it in Los Angeles and also Miami. So after talking it over with my students, we were like, well, we could do that here. And I've been in the theater business for 30 years myself. I've produced theater for a long, long time. So I've produced Christmas shows and musicals for a long time. So I had a whole sort of barn full of props and scenery. So after talking it over with some of my students, we were like, well, we could do a walkthrough exhibit that would be a selfie museum. So we did a lot of research, and honestly, the idea was sort of hatched on May 6th, which was graduation last year. I was literally sitting in the audience watching my students graduate from college, and I was like, yeah, we could just do this. Why not do it? And since May 6th, it has just snowballed.
Non-stop.
It's like, it's unbelievable. I mean, I've never worked on a project that like I start talking about it and people are like, I want to work for you, or I want to help you, or I want to do this. It's just been one of those really sort of magical experiences.
So are you still teaching, or?
I actually took a sabbatical this semester because it just became so overwhelming that there's so much to do. But we've incorporated the name, and we have a patent on it, and it's turning into a really big deal.
So your students, I'm assuming this is, which school is this?
Dean College. I've taught at both Dean College and Bridgewater State University. So,
and they're helping create this art.
I have 3 students, I call them my think tank, who've helped me come up with the ideas and different concepts. And then I have past students. In fact, I've hired 3 students that this is their first professional job working for me as my floor manager and my technical director. They're all past students from other classes who are all. So it's really mostly college students or recent graduates of college that are working for me.
Okay. So tell me what we can expect when we go to the selfie stop. What are we doing? Well, what's our first thing we encounter?
The first thing you encounter is we have like a spooky house. The other thing is we're not really a haunted house. So we go for more for the sort of spooky, pretty thing. So I sometimes say chic glam Halloween. You know. Okay. So the first thing is like a haunted mansion type look. So you sort of see like a fancy fireplace, and so it feels kind of spooky. Then you sort of you walk into a haunted forest, which again is not like a spooky. It's not like a chainsaw type thing. It's more like take a picture of yourself, and it's really cool.
Nobody's
looking.
jumping out at you.
No, not yet. And, so we have a haunted forest, and then that goes into this. We have this really cool room that's we're calling it Zombie Glam, which is like a zombie masquerade party. And so all these zombie mannequins are dressed in glow-in-the-dark paint, and they look really, really cool. And we've been practicing today because we have one more day of construction, and so all my students are out there with their cameras taking pictures, finding the light, making sure, and they look really, really cool. Awesome. If you go on our website, selfiestop.com, you'll see some pictures of the glow-in-the-dark room. It's really amazing. And so, because that's the trick is, you want it to look beautiful and nice when people walk in, but then the main thing is that you want to take a good photograph. So
you have a nice backdrop.
Right. Yeah. So it's a good well lit, exactly. But it also, the camera changes color in the light, so you have to sort of do both things at once. It's kind of, I'm learning a lot on this because, like I said, my background is theater. I'm used to sort of being far away and taking pictures, but in this, you kind of really have to be on top of it because your picture is really quite close. So
you kind of said it was interactive. So
very interactive.
What are some things that you can interact with when you're there? Can you touch things?
Yeah, that's exactly it. So the other concept is that a lot of museums, the sort of the whole selfie museum movement comes from the fact that most museums don't allow you to touch the articles or interact or take pictures in the museum. Sure. So selfie museums came about because we want people to come in and take pictures of themselves, but also take pictures of themselves interacting. So like, for example, the mannequins that are dancing in the zombie room are meant to be, take a picture, like put your arm around them and take a picture with the zombie and stuff like that. So
I don't have my phone out here. I would actually
you take a picture.
Take a selfie.
Right, with us. And then there's also like things hanging. I don't want to give it all away, but there are things hanging down that you have to crawl through and walk through.
You have to give a little bit of it away.
I
heard there's a ball pit. Can you?
There's a ball pit that you can get the classic shot of yourself with all the balls around you.
No loose articles of clothing.
No, exactly. How'd you know?
I don't know.
I just made a sign that said that.
I was literally just thinking like, how many things are people going to lose in your ball pit?
Yeah, we just finished the ball. It's actually a peppermint ball pit because it's supposed to be in Candyland. So it's all red and white. It has like
there's a Halloween Candyland?
Yeah, there's a Halloween Candyland.
Oh my God.
And we're giving away free Halloween candy at the end.
Ooh.
And we have Spooky Bear. I didn't bring Spooky Bear with me. We have like a big bear that's as tall as me who has a witch hat on.
You didn't bring any of the good stuff.
I know. I owe her a hat.
I should have brought it.
I owe her a hat. Well,
and Spooky Bear.
Yeah, we have Spooky Bear, and we have Selfie Bear, who's this big purple bear. We were actually at the event last weekend with the purple bear, Selfie Bear, and it was really, really popular.
The water fire?
Yeah, water fire.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. We walked around with Selfie Bear.
Is there a person in it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. We have a costume.
It's like somebody like
no, it's a real bear.
Oh, it's a
we
real.
dress up a real bear.
A real live bear, right? Yeah.
It's a real live bear.
Yes.
He's just really big.
Yeah. Well, I ruined that one for you. No, it's a real bear, of course.
Yeah, it's a real bear. Of course, he's real.
So it seems like this place is pretty big. Is it big square footage?
It's
what
like
are we talking here?
It's like 5,000 square feet, which is pretty big. It's like two storefronts. So you basically go down one side of it and come around and come out the other side. So it's been a lot of work. I have to say, we've been in there for a month, really around the clock, one crew after the other, assembling. It's all temporary setup, so it's not a permanent. It's like not permanent walls, but when you're there, you'll think it's permanent because it's meant to feel that way. So
what brought it to Providence? Like, what made Providence Place Mall a good venue?
Well, I'll tell you. You know why we're there? Because the people at Providence Place Mall were so nice. They really liked the idea. Like Quinn, who's one of the managers there, and Holly, who's also works there. When I told them the idea, they're like, "This is a great idea." So they've been really helpful, and I have to say, we really probably wouldn't be doing it if they hadn't really thought it was such a great idea.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's not really my generation idea. It's kind of like a college age idea. So it takes it's also it's really kind of a woman idea. I hate to say it, but it's like, we like taking selfies, right?
So it's pretty. We like to take pictures of it.
So these two women were just really helpful, and we wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't for them.
That's fair enough.
That's why we're here, because I did shop it around a few different malls. We've already talked to some malls about potentially doing it next year.
Nice.
So
expanding outside of this one.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So I mean, I would love to stay. Who knows? We're booked in the space through January, but I would love to think about maybe doing it for a longer term. We'll see.
And you're going to do Christmas.
We're definitely doing Selfie Christmas.
Selfie
Selfie Halloween opens October 10th. And Selfie Christmas opens up on Black Friday. So if you're not out there shopping like a crazy person, you can stop in and take selfies at Selfie Christmas.
Will Santa be there?
No, Santa's not in our store. Santa's at the mall.
Well, I know, but you're not going to have your own Santa?
No.
Is that conflicting?
There's only one Santa. Right? It's like there's only one Mickey Mouse. There's only one Santa.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
So,
no two Santas.
No two Santas.
Mrs. Claus?
Yes, and we also will have a Santa's Candyland, which is different than Trick or Treat Candyland. So yeah, so it's there's always going to be a candy theme of some sort because I think it's really colorful and takes really great pictures.
Okay.
So we're doing a Halloween Candyland, and we're already talking about doing things like an Alice in Wonderland, perhaps Candyland in the future if we continue doing it. But yeah, Selfie Christmas opens on Black Friday. We're also we will be doing previews the weekend before that too. But if people
previews again.
So if people check out our website, because previews are half off. So if you want to get a deal and you get to see what happens first, then we'll be having previews before we open in Christmas too.
So tough question for you, because you're, as an academic, there's that whole side of the world that thinks that, the selfie generation and Instagram is actually negative and promotes like a lifestyle that maybe is unattainable to most people. I mean, you seem, as an academic, like you would understand that. So I mean, what do you think in regards to Selfie Stop being a part of that?
Well, I'm glad you asked because I really, and that's my husband and I are producing this together, and unfortunately he couldn't be here today because he works, but he has a real job. Yeah, he would remember that. But I really do feel like creating positive images and spreading them around the internet is a good energy thing to do, and I really feel like it's good for self-esteem. I do understand the argument that like how can people see selfies on Facebook and they want to be competitive and all that, but I think if you're creating fun, I mean we have on our website it says most of all it's about fun. I mean it really is meant to be a fun experience, and that's why we're not doing the whole like really scare people, because I want it to be fun and enjoyable like a Halloween party.
Yeah.
So we're really going for a party vibe. We have an original composer who's composing some really fun sort of party type music, so it sounds like upbeat.
Okay.
So I really believe that if someone's taking a selfie and they're doing it because they're enjoying themselves and creating this sort of selfie art themselves, then I don't believe it could be a negative thing. I just don't believe it.
Fair enough.
But I've been in the theater business for a long time, so I like to have people enjoy things.
You like the arts. Well,
I like the
one
arts.
thing people have made, artists have made this, and it is attainable. You can just go and take your own selfie there.
Well, that's the thing. People are creative, and they don't have to be able to draw to be creative. I mean, people do so much with their phones. I mean, this whole business has been running on the phone. I'm the generation I learned how to type on a typewriter. So the idea that like I can do this whole business on my phone is just really kind of exciting, but also a little shocking.
There you go.
But it's going very. I love it, and I have to say, we've really learned to do selfies ourselves because we had to sort of master the technique ourselves, and so we've been all over the place.
Do you have like selfie dots that people should stand on?
We do actually. There's a few spots that
See, I thought of it all,
Yeah, well, there's basically, I mean, the place is so dressed, and I call dressed like a scenery term. Like it's just everywhere you go, there's kind of you can take endless photos there because there's walls and it's just so many themes going on. But we do have a few specific spots that if you really want to make sure you get the certain ones, we will have spots for people to do it. But there's so many spots.
So let's wrap this up with a bow. It's family friendly,
yes,
right?
Very
so
family
anybody
friendly.
can come, any age, and obviously you're encouraged to take pictures.
That's the whole point.
Is there anything you can't do? No nudity, I would assume.
No nudity.
I would assume.
No, everything's. We don't allow pets unless.
Don't say everything. Just you'll have to look to it.
Yeah. There's no pets unless they're assistant dogs.
Oh man.
But besides that,
That's the best part.
no, it's fun. It's all about fun, and just come and enjoy yourself, and be part of the beginning of this because if it goes really well, we'll be doing more of them, and you'll be able to say you're at the first one.
Oh, great.
So come join us at selfiestop.com.
Great. Well, Joel, thanks so much for being on the show. I was glad to have you on. I was very intrigued by the concept.
Well, thank you. So
you
get it.
Yes,
so she gets it.
I get it. I will be there in the ball pit. You'll have to throw me out of the ball pit.
Promise.
Yeah. Okay.
Promise.
I will.
Right,
I will come by. Thanks, Joel.
Thanks. Thank you.
And don't walk off because we're still live. That's okay.
He
wants to run away. I was too close to you. I know.
I gotta get back to work.
I know. Yeah. You got to run back to Selfie Stop. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Lauren Ruggiero from Buppy Pets. Welcome back, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience. It was definitely worth it, though, because we're going to chat about some amazing dog treats now with Lauren Ruggiero from Puppy Pets. So
How are
thanks
you?
so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, no problem. It's awesome. Couldn't wait. So tell me a little bit about I know you, but tell our viewers about your background and how you got here.
So kind of a long journey and a very different background, but I started my career actually in television news and worked in a newsroom every snowstorm, every hurricane. From there I went to corporate communications and I fell in love with telling a story and being able to build a brand. And so from there I just really had this need to fulfill a passion of creating something and my passion just for pets and the health of pets in general. And that's where Puppy Pets was born. It actually started because my husband and I started to watch a lot of documentaries about what's in our food, what we're supposed to eat as human beings, and how processed food has gotten over the last several years.
Yeah.
So in doing that, my whole lifestyle changed, our diets changed, our pantry looked different, our refrigerator looked different. And in that process, we said to ourselves, well, what's in our pets' food? We have a dog and a cat, and they rely on us 100% to feed them really great food. And we couldn't pronounce half of the ingredients.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't eat it. I looked at the food, I looked at the treats, and I just wasn't confident enough to eat it myself. So I was on a journey to create something that I would want to eat because it's crafted after real food and snacks that our dog tries to steal from the table. And I wanted it to still be healthy for the pet in the right amounts and using herbs and spices that actually give it health benefits as well.
Okay.
So from there we created 5 recipes. And they're all based on the human snacks that we love and might want to feed our pet, but feel a little guilty about because they're not quite meant for them. And then we then recraft them in the kitchen. We work out of Hope and Maine in Warren, Rhode Island.
Nice.
And we recraft all of the recipes that we love into pet treats, where they host wholesome ingredients, but then are still healthy for the pet in the right amounts of food.
Great. So where did the name Puppy Pets come from?
So my dog,
name.
it is an interesting name. People are like, what is a puppy? So when my
Like
dog
a guppy,
is
but
but a baby. I don't have children yet, but when I did get my dog, she was my baby and my puppy, so Buppy kind of just came out.
Okay.
And that's been her nickname forever. And then when I was starting to do the business, and I said I really wanted to name it and have that nod to my dog, she's 12 now, so she's very excited that she has now a legacy to leave. But we named it after something that also is a term of endearment. So when I was going through the whole process, I learned that especially in Europe, Buppy is a term that grandparents call their grandkids, or grandkids call their grandparents, or a significant other calls their significant other a Buppy.
There we go.
So it really is a term of love, and it's really what I put into these treats.
So when you started out, did you have all 5, or did you start out small?
No, I actually started with the Chick Ched Marys. And I based that after a Triscuit or like a wheat thin.
Okay.
Because my dog used to love those. I eat crackers like it's my job, with cheese on it, obviously. Who doesn't love cheese and crackers?
Yeah.
So I wanted to base something after that snack, but again, in the right amounts, using really great ingredients that maybe even weren't in the snacks that I was eating. So we made the Chick Ched Marys, and that is free-range organic chicken broth, fresh cheddar cheese, a little bit of rosemary for antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties, and then the base is always a rolled oat flour, so it's oatmeal. And that really keeps all of our treats gluten-free, really sensitive in a dog's tummy. And because these are for humans as well, and they can eat these and share them with your pet, not just having to snack in front of them, it's also sensitive on your tummies as well.
You can trick them into thinking it's people
Totally
food.
trick them. When the dog sees you eating it,
It
you're
is
gonna be like, I
people
want
food.
that. It is people food.
So when you made the treats first, did you think you were going to start the business, or was it just something you were doing for fun and then it kind of spiraled from there?
Yeah,
everybody wanted them.
It was just a hobby at first. I just really loved to be able to feed my pet food that I made. I knew what was in it, and I knew what went into the process.
Okay.
And then just for kind of, it caught on. My neighbors started to hear about it. I was starting to give samples to my friends. And I was on a bike ride one day on the East Bay bike path, and my husband and I were starving, and we saw a market sign for fresh food and lunch. And we said, let's go. I'm really hungry. There's food trucks. Who doesn't want to go to a place where food trucks are?
Yes.
And we happened upon Hope and Maine.
Okay.
And we went into the parking lot. It's called the Schoolyard Market. And we were in the back, and we met the founder, Lisa Raiola, which was just serendipity. And she's like, well, are you here? And I said, well, I'm just here to kind of get some food, but I actually have a business in mind. And I had the treats on me because, as crazy as it sounds, I actually eat them too, like as a snack. I had the banana snaps on me. And as I'm crunching on them, I'm showing her, and she said, well, let me give you a tour of the kitchen. And I went into Kitchen B, is where I work, and I just fell in love. And it was something that was just so serendipitous, and I just really knew that I was supposed to be there.
Wow. So there, for those who don't know what Hope and Main is, explain that a little bit. It's kind of communal.
It is. It's a food economy. That's the word we like to use. It's where small food businesses come together, and it's a food incubator program, where you can come in and have either an idea of a business you actually want to create, or already have a small business in mind, or maybe already started. It's all ranges of the stages of your business. And they help you with everything from how to upscale, to make sure that you have the right legal assets or legal aspects to your company, packaging, and just anything that you really want to know more about that you maybe don't know where the resources should be. So I'm really lucky to have a community there. They let me teach and come in and teach a little bit of like the marketing and the branding and how to tell the story of the company. So it's a really great place to be, and it's just a big family, and we all get to eat a lot, and we're never leaving hungry. So even with pet treats.
Oh, that's good. So now you sell out of the markets, obviously, but then I also saw there are a lot of stores that are now carrying puppy pets, a good amount in Rhode Island.
Yeah.
And so which stores can people buy your products at this point?
We're so humbled and so lucky that we get to work with some really cool local businesses. Everything from Delectus Pharmacy in Warren to Dave's Marketplace in East Greenwich and Belmont and Wakefield. We just got into all 4 Run for Pet centers, and they've been so wonderful in helping us grow.
Congrats.
Thank you so much. And it's a whole new community of pets to treat. And that's how we look at it. It's just, I can't wait to get to meet more dogs and more of their owners, just to kind of share the story of who we are and why we do what we do.
Absolutely. So you brought some treats here. I'm dying to try them because I know I can. So tell me a little bit about each one, and we'll kind of walk me through how I'm supposed to try this.
So we're going to start with the Pizza Bites, which is the human favorite. Dogs love it too.
Human favorite.
But if you smell it, it is based
on
the
like
pizza goldfish. So we crafted it with Parmesan cheese, which is fresh Parmesan cheese, the oats, a little bit of oregano, and then we have the fresh tomato puree. And that really helps it have the pizza goldfish taste, but yet it's healthier than a pizza goldfish, or healthier than something like that. No preservatives. The only preservative that we use in all 5 of these recipes are the herbs and spices. So either cinnamon in the right amounts, oregano, or rosemary, and that helps keep it for a 1-year shelf life, which helps us with our accounts that we're working with, as well as in your fridge or in your pantry. It's a resealable bag, so you're able to hopefully not have them last that long, because then I'm not doing my job if there's treats left after a month. But we want to really make it easy for you to be able to treat your pet.
How many treats should you give your pet in a day?
Oh my goodness, should I even say that? I don't know if I should say that.
1,000?
A lot. No, I give him a lot of treats. Every time she does anything cute.
Okay.
Or does
so all the
bad,
time,
all the time.
My dog would be so fat if I gave him a treat every time.
She really should be. I think I walk her a little bit, too much, but.
Well, this is delicious. I would eat this, as
Put a little bit of cheese on there, right? A little slice over the top.
I just made a huge mess everywhere, but.
I make a mess all the time. I'm surprised I don't have handprints of flour and oats down my pants.
So these are pizza themed. What else do we have?
We have the pumpkin udders.
These are the pumpkin spice.
Yeah, it's the pumpkin spice basic dog treat for the season.
There we go.
Right? So pumpkin udders is actually our most popular right now. Solely behind it is the PB&J, but the pumpkin udders, pumpkin and peanut butter, right?
Everybody goes
dogs
crazy.
Know what's up, right?
Everybody goes crazy for pumpkin.
That is fresh pumpkin puree. It's a all-natural peanut butter, and then the oats as a base, and then a little bit of cinnamon. And we use a light cinnamon, which in the right amounts is actually really good for a dog's blood sugar regulation, for their teeth, their gums, and their coats. So again, we did a lot of research to make sure that everything we were using in our treats were in the right amounts, and were foods and spices and herbs that were healthy for a dog and safe for them to consume. And obviously, it gives it a really great flavor.
It should be good with the pumpkin spice topping.
Right? Dip it in a little bit like a biscotti.
It is. It's the basic treat.
The basic treat of October.
Okay, now this is the original.
So that is a Chick Ted Mary's that we just talked about. Yep. That has the free-range organic chicken broth, fresh cheddar cheese that you can actually see baked in. And I love the fact that our treats, you can actually see the ingredients that we're using. So you can see the rosemary, you can see the cheddar cheese, you can smell the chicken broth. It's a really
smells like rosemary. I'm eating all of these now.
Comfort food for the dogs, right? Nice cold, rainy day. Break your Chick Ted Marys out of the bags.
For a dog.
And then Banapa Snaps we have here, and that is almost like a doggy granola or an overnight oats, and we base it after that. So it's fresh banana puree that we make ourselves from fresh bananas, organic applesauce, the 1-ingredient applesauce, which is just apples and water, and then the cinnamon and the oats again. So it's a little bit of the harder of our treats, which is really good on their teeth if they have a little bit more tartar. But if they're an older dog that have teeth issues, we try to stay away from that one because it's a little bit harder.
Yeah.
And the biggest concern for us is to make sure your pet is happy and healthy.
Okay.
So we'll suggest something else like the softer one with the pumpkin udders, or the last one,
Ooh,
PB&J.
PB&J.
This came out new for the summer. We had a lot of owners that were asking us for organic blueberries in their treats.
Okay.
And my dog loves fruits, but she wasn't like a huge fan of blueberries until I made the treats. So we use a whole organic. She doesn't know it's blueberries, right? It's like a trick. We use a flash frozen whole organic blueberry, which actually holds all the nutrients inside of it when it's frozen at the farm.
Okay.
So when we're getting it and defrosting it while it bakes, it has all of the antioxidants that it could possibly have because it doesn't have that travel time from the farm to us.
Wow.
And we also use an all-natural peanut butter and the oats and then the cinnamon for blood sugar regulation and the health.
Here we go. So where did
They
you
eat better
learn?
than we do.
Where did you learn all of this? Did you just get into all this because you had a dog and you're just one of those wonderful people that gets super educated?
Wonderful and crazy. Yeah, I'm a crazy dog
And
mom.
crazy,
I'm totally
yeah.
fine saying that. Yeah,
So
a lot
that's
of
where
research.
it's a lot of research. Okay, so
Yeah.
obviously a lot of thought goes into these. What are the fan favorites or the dog favorites that you notice?
Right now, it all depends on the season. Right now, it's definitely pumpkin udders and PB&J. But come summertime, come spring, the savory ones tend to be a little bit more popular, the pizza and the Chick Ched Marys. But it really depends on your pet. And people don't think pets, or not a lot of people understand that pets do have palates and they have their likes and dislikes.
Foodie pets.
They're foodie pets. They're totally foodie pets. So we just like to have pets come and try our treats at markets and at events, and see what they like the best, and hopefully leave with a new bag of treats to stock their pantry.
And speaking of events, you said there are some Halloween events coming up, but I'm hoping that means like dogs in costumes.
It
but
only means
okay.
dogs in costumes. There's
Perfect.
no other kind of event.
So what
have-
can we expect for the Halloween events coming up?
So on October 28th, it's a Sunday, we're working with Vintage Pet Rescue. And they're a wonderful organization that takes in pets that are senior dogs or at the end of their cute little lives. And they
No
give
such
them
thing.
no such thing.
So
They
sad.
give them the best life possible in this amazing sanctuary. So we're working with them to, we're going to be going to an event at the Guild. It's a brewery in Pawtucket, Rhode Island.
Okay.
And it's called Halloween. And you bring your dog, and there's going to be a bunch of different vendors that are for your dog. You can grab a beer while you're there with your pup and have your pup walk around to all the different things going on. We'll be selling our treats and giving samples away. You can trick or treat with your dog at the different vendor booths. And obviously, a costume is not required, but it is suggested.
It's required. Yeah.
It's required.
It's required.
Yeah.
Don't go. Your dog's not in a costume.
There's enough of them out there.
Oh my gosh. So I have to ask you as a dog lover, what is your favorite place to take your dog that is, restaurant wise and also, park and play wise?
So I would say park and play wise, I love going to Roger Williams Park. They have a lot of different trails that are off the beaten path as well as on the trail that you can take your dog to. A lot of different water spots, and there's always other dog lovers out there with their dogs. And it's a really cool place just to get your nature fill as well as give your dog some new things to smell and sniff.
Perfect.
Restaurants, I mean, there's so many places now. We're so lucky to have
I know that let you have your
different,
dog.
yeah,
I know.
pet-friendly locations. I mean, I can't choose just one. Main Street in East Greenwich has a bunch of different places. We have Providence. Over at Fox Point, there's a different places to take your dog. But yeah, we go to markets a lot, especially since we work at them.
Yep.
So I think my favorite place is just dog-friendly farmers markets outside.
Those are
There's
great.
a ton of them that, such a long list to name.
Yeah.
But if you can find one that works for you in your location, get out
Take
there with
your
your pup.
dog.
I know,
Well-
especially now when the season's still outside.
Oh my gosh. Well, thanks so much for coming on, Lauren.
Thank
and we hope
you.
you guys go out and visit her at the Hope of Maine markets and at Dave's Market and
Yeah, we
Rumford
have
Pet Center.
Our website, puppypets.com.
Yes.
All of our locations are on there, different events coming up.
And dress up your dog and go to Halloween.
Yes, please do. Cute costumes.
Well, thanks so much, Lauren, for
Thank
coming
you.
on the show. We'll be right back with Joel. Sorry, we just had Joel Thayer. Oh my God, with Mike Quill from Feartown Haunted House. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. My third guest this afternoon is Mike Quill from Feartown Haunted House. Mike, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me. Good
I
to
have
be
to
here.
say, you guys have an amazing social media presence. I just laughed my butt off at the Kiki Challenge video, so everybody go watch that, because even if you don't go to the haunted house, just watch the video.
It's worth the watch.
It's worth
I'll
it.
give it that, yeah.
I won't spoil it for you, but watch it. It's hilarious. So, how does one get into owning a haunted attraction?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I'll start there.
So, believe it or not, ever since I was a little kid, all I wanted to do was run a haunted house.
Okay,
Some kids
there we
want
go.
to be a firefighter or policeman, but
Okay.
for some reason, haunted houses were my thing. So, growing up, I just tried to learn as much as I could about the industry, about the business side, everything, and I worked for a lot of them. And
Okay.
then after college, I was able to give it a go, and
Nice.
so we've run Feartown at the Speedway for the last 6 years, and
Okay,
we're
so we're
very, very
going.
happy to
This
be
is this is the sixth year.
this is year 6, yeah.
Okay, and so it's kind of grown exponentially.
Yeah.
I'm assuming since
Yeah.
then.
Yeah, we started real small and
Okay.
just try and make it a little bigger and better every year.
So there's more than one attraction, if I'm not mistaken. You have the actual house.
Yes.
But then I think there's 5 other things or 4 other things you
Yeah,
can do.
yeah. So this
Do
year,
you really want to get scared?
that was kind of what we were looking for. So we have a 45-minute long haunted house,
Wow.
which is really long if you're a haunted house person.
Yes.
And
That's a long time. I think your adrenaline runs out after
Yeah.
like 10 minutes. So you must be asleep and like halfway through in a nap room.
Should give breaks, yeah. So we have that, and then this year we kind of wanted to just give people, if they wanted to come and have a full night of stuff to do or related, then we can give that to them. So we
Those
added
fear junkies.
exactly,
Yeah.
and there are many. So we added a second haunted house type attraction called the Possession. That's a little more interactive than a normal haunted house. We can do some
Okay.
things that we.
Okay.
I can see the face change.
Yeah, there we go. It's interactive. Okay.
yes.
So does that
Not
mean
in
people
a-
are touching you or like
We do have that too.
what?
Not
Who
in our regular
requested that?
season.
I don't want to meet. I don't want to meet the people that are requesting to be touched at haunted house.
So we have, so the Possession is, there's some more interactive effects we can do than
Okay.
a regular haunted house. And so then we have a couple escape rooms. We have axe throwing. So if you get
Feel
some
so inclined
aggression out
to-
or prepare for the zombie apocalypse, we got you. You
Okay.
can throw some axes.
Okay.
So yeah, we're kind of giving people a kind of a full night of it. And then,
So I think horror movies always make an appearance in October. Obviously, all the new ones come out, and obviously, if you're interested in this since a kid, you probably are a movie buff in that space.
surprisingly, I was not a
Okay,
huge. I
not
like
a
horror
horror
movies,
movie
but
fan.
my horror trivia I am horrendous at.
Okay, no, I'm not gonna ask you
But-
trivia. I don't do
no, I'm
trivia
just-
on this show. Well, for $5, no. I was gonna say if you had any inspiration that you took from any movies for this particular house, or is this just things that happen in your brain, which is more scary to me?
Unfortunately,
Oh,
in
God.
a lot of our creative team, they'll come with me and they're like, "Oh, it's like this from this movie," and I'm like,
Oh no.
"Sorry, I
Oh
haven't."
no. Okay.
But yeah, we have a lot of our other team. We do take inspiration from
Okay.
movies, but
All right.
it's an eclectic.
So, what's your favorite scary movie? If you had to say.
Favorite scary movie? I did see The Shining recently.
Recently.
Recent,
This
yeah.
is a recent.
That's how bad of a
This is
horror
a
movie
recent
person. Yeah.
see for
It just
you.
came out right.
Okay.
But I'll go with that.
All right.
Go
so,
for a classic.
tell us a little bit about the prep that goes into setting up the haunted house and all of the other corresponding pieces. I mean, is this something you guys started working on months ago, or when,
Oh,
when
yeah.
do you have to
Yep.
start setting this up?
Yeah. So and a lot of people don't realize. So as soon as we close for the year, we start talking about plans for next year.
Okay.
January we'll start building new sets.
Wow.
We do pride ourselves on totally revamping the haunted house every year. So
Okay.
we build a lot of new stuff and figure out what worked, what we can keep, what we can revamp, and then we start setting up on property kind of middle of August.
Wow.
And so it's a full month and a half.
Yeah.
We have a great build crew that gets it up, gets it ready to go, and ready for opening weekend. So.
Awesome. So, what would you say the theme is this year? If you could like assign a theme
A theme.
the-
So
besides being afraid.
well, so with our theme of Feartown, we like to cover a lot of different themes. So anything you'll encounter in a town,
Okay.
you can encounter here. We have a motel, gas station, a barn, various different things that within
Okay.
a creepy town.
Okay. So it's
that
not
you
really a
might-
singular house. It's
No, the second one, Possession, that's a lot more theatrical and around a story of
Okay.
an exorcism. and
So the whole
possession.
thing is outside? Or-
Yeah, well, you'll go through buildings. We set up a lot of buildings, but it is an outdoor event. Yeah.
Okay. And I asked you this before. Have you ever had people like run away super scared?
Oh, every night.
Okay.
Every night. We want people to come and enjoy it,
Do you
but
film it?
as their videos do pop up occasionally.
What's the earliest you've ever had anyone run out?
I mean, they'll poke their head in the first room and we've had people just book it.
Why do they go? I don't understand that point.
It's the adrenaline rush. They like it. Maybe it's not quite for them, but
That's true. So you guys opened last weekend?
we opened last weekend.
Okay.
Yeah. it was
And
our
what are your general hours? Just so we walk through
usually
that for the viewers.
we open at 7. It's usually 7 to 11, 7
Okay.
to 12, kind of later in the month.
Okay, and it's every day or?
Just mostly Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Later in the month, we do have add a few days, and then we do have a 2-night special event after Halloween.
Okay.
You'll have to come for this one.
Oh yes, yes.
It's called Extreme Fears.
Oh, you'll have to pay me to come to this. Yeah.
Where the actors can touch you. You can be put in more extreme situations than the regular haunted house.
Oh yeah. Okay.
And it sells out every year.
Really?
So
Okay.
it's a very
I
popular.
will let that sell out, and I will be too late
All right,
for
I'll
the
save you a
ticket.
ticket, I
Oh,
promise.
good, perfect. And so obviously there's a lot of competition, I think, or a good amount of competition, you know, with Spooky World and all the different hay rides. And so what differentiates you guys? What would you say makes you different for someone that's only going to go to one this year? Why should they go to Feartown?
In the market, we love other haunted houses, and a lot of times people go to multiple, so we make a lot of friends
Okay.
around. But our being 45 minutes long is very unique.
That's
our atmosphere being out in the woods. When we say we're deep in the woods at Seekonk Speedway, we are actually deep in the woods at Seekonk Speedway.
my
It goes
gosh.
way back. It's a great, kind of New England Halloween atmosphere out there. So we're
And how
yeah.
many characters do you have total?
On a given night, there'll be about 80
Wow.
characters.
And
out
are
there.
they doing their own? Well, they actually are the monsters, I know, but are they doing their own, just like costume design, or is this something that's been thought out throughout the whole?
Yeah, some do. We do have kind of a creative team that'll come up with and produce costumes. We have a team of makeup artists that'll get everyone prepped ahead of time.
Okay.
And some do, but we have a lot of people that work on their characters year
Okay.
round, and they are full deep,
Year-round.
yeah,
Wow,
full deep
year-round
characters, and they
scary.
cannot wait for
To scare
October
people?
to bring them out.
Oh,
so
jeez.
it's
Well,
really
it's fun if you like to be scared. I mean, I will go. I go to them. I just am not so
Against
enjoying
your will,
it.
it
I
sounds,
don't- No, it's fine. So, what is the kind of appropriate age that you would recommend?
we don't
Without being a bad person.
Exactly, that's kind of
you
where
know?
we're at. We don't recommend for under 12.
Okay.
We've seen little kids go through with no problem, and we've had adults have to leave early.
You
'cause
would
they're
have
too
probably
scared.
gone through without
So.
a problem as a kid, right?
I booked it out of some haunted houses when I was growing up.
All right, so when this is all closes down after that horrible event in November, so I know you said you start designing, but what else? I mean, what else are you doing in your spare time until next Halloween?
Yeah, I mean, believe it or not, it's a full year-round process.
Wow.
The design is very in-depth.
Okay.
Again, we start building right away, and there's never enough time to build everything we want. So
Fair
we're
enough.
hard at work trying to get it all
Okay.
done and get as much done as we can.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Not really.
All right, I had to ask. I know that's not really.
I mean,
ghost
yeah,
related.
paranormal stuff has never really tickled my fancy, but
Have you ever had anything weird happen, like in the haunted houses, that you think might be paranormal? Like, has anybody said anything?
Yeah, I mean, we'll be out there, especially leading up to opening week in the middle of the night, and you hear some sounds and stuff that's not too.
In the middle of the woods.
You don't really want to hear that, in the middle of the night when you're by yourself.
All right.
So
So
who
for
knows?
people that are on the fence about going, because they're scared, what do you say to them to get them out to Feartown?
Yeah, if you like Halloween, if you like anything of that nature, then we got you. We added a lot of stuff to kind of give you a full Halloween experience this year. So
Yeah, you can throw axes, I guess.
yeah, if you don't,
if
worst
you don't
case,
like
come and throw
anything
some
else,
axes.
just throw axes. So where can you get tickets? Just online,
Yeah.
and you can buy them there as well.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
price, or
We do. The tickets are cheaper online, and we also do have time tickets to try and keep people from waiting in line.
well, that's a good idea. That's
So if you
nice of
can, just go online at our website, fear-town.com, and you can pick the day and time you want to come, and then it'll really, really reduce the amount of time you have to wait.
And I
So
definitely recommend that you follow them on social media because it's very good.
it can be It can be fun.
It's pretty funny. I like it a lot. Well, Mike, thanks so much for coming on
Thanks
today.
a lot.
We're
Appreciate
excited to have you on the show in this Halloween season. So
Yeah.
we're trying to talk to as many Halloween things as we can and get people out of their house and get people doing things in Rhode Island and Mass. So we
Yeah,
appreciate
great.
you being on the show.
I appreciate it.
Everybody stay tuned. Our last guest is regular Jim Fortier from Blueprint 5. We're going to talk to him about winter fashion and an exciting event he's got coming up. Welcome back, everybody. Our final guest today is regular Jim Fortier from Blueprint 5.
That's
We
right.
love having him on the show. Save the best for last.
Save the best for last. That's right. That's right.
He's brought me this beautiful cashmere scarf to keep forever, so I'm very
Oh
excited.
yeah, keep forever. Right until the show's over.
So what are we talking about today? I know you've got a sale going on.
We do have a sale going on.
Okay,
and it's
let's talk
finishing
about
up.
that.
So we have up to 80% off previous season items. So this is product that's a little bit older that we're getting rid of and making room for fresh product. So up until Wednesday, including Wednesday, 60% off, 75% off, and 80% off previous season goods. There's lots there to be had, lots of pants, lots of jeans, lots of shirts, lots of sport jackets, sweaters.
All right.
So it's a good time to come in and pick up something and get a bargain and have a great product.
Get there before all the normal sizes are gone.
Oh,
That's what I always say.
yeah. Before all the normal
Or
stuff.
it's all picked over.
So that ends on Wednesday afternoon. That'll be over on Wednesday afternoon.
Okay.
And then I'm so excited because we have an event on Friday and Saturday. Mauro Blasi, who is a very talented, world-renowned tailor from Naples, Italy, is coming to Rhode Island. He's coming to Blueprint 5. We're going to have a 2-day event with him.
Okay.
On Friday, he arrives, and we'll have, he'll be there all afternoon from like 2 to 8. In the evening, we're going to have cocktails from 6 to 8 with a little bit of some hors d'oeuvres.
Perfect.
But come in if you really want something special, if you want a handmade garment, You can pick from some of the finest fabrics in the world, mostly from Loro Piana and Alashar cashmere, and yeah, that's different. And then, but it's close. And then, oh, there's a brand I'm forgetting, but some of the best fabrics in the world, and this product will be measured for you by Mauro himself, which is amazing. And then it'll be made for you in Italy and then sent over to us, and we'll finish it off in the shop. It's really special. It's really for the guy who has everything. If you know somebody who's looking for a special gift for someone, or if you know somebody who wants beautifully handmade clothes, come to the event. You're more than welcome to come. You can email me at jimfortier5 at blueprint, jimfortier5@gmail.com, or you can check us out on the website, and we're going to send out an invite for all that.
Yeah, because you're taking appointments.
We are taking appointments. We're already making appointments, which is great, which is fantastic.
All right, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
You got some exciting stuff happening.
Very excited
before
about
the winter.
this.
We're trying to get all the exciting stuff out of the way before everybody burrows.
Yeah, no, there's no borrowing. There's no borrowing.
I know, not in these clothes.
Not in these clothes. Who wants to borrow? I mean, because look at this. This is a new product for us also. This is a Mario Muscarello, and this is also from Naples, Italy. What I love about this is it's partially handmade. So this shoulder is all done by hand. You can see that that's all done by hand, right?
Stitching in there.
The collar here is done by hand.
Okay.
The buttonholes are done by hand. But what I love about this, I so wish Josh was here today, because this has stretch. Look.
Ooh, it's very stretchy.
So this has no shoulder pad. It fits like a real Italian garment. A little bit of a larger lapel in the front. Stretch fabric. I did this in this beautiful, I call this brick. And then we did it in a navy also, which is just, everybody's in love with it.
I like the you know, kind of black.
I love that there's so much black in this.
Can't see that on the camera. You got to go in and see it in person.
But there really is a lot of black in this, so it kind of makes it a little edgier. But I love the red too.
Yeah,
I think red's really super cool.
You could wear that, you know, you could wear that to work, and you could also wear that out on the town.
You could wear it maybe with a scarf and just, you know.
This scarf.
Yeah, maybe.
No, because this is my scarf.
Oh!
Nobody can wear this scarf.
Just until the end.
This is cool.
This is cool.
Awesome
I brought this because I
pattern.
thought you would think this was cool. That's exactly why I brought it.
I love that you know that I think things are cool.
So this is just a wool jacket, but instead of your traditional blue jacket, I don't know if you can see the pattern on here or not. Probably not.
No.
But this is a navy jacket with a blue dot. So it's got the small circle pattern. So it's kind of a cooler, funkier piece. If you have a blue blazer in your wardrobe, if you have a blue jacket in your wardrobe already, if you're looking for something to wear with jeans around the holidays or as the weather gets colder,
really nice.
This is really perfect for jeans. I love it because it's got this little extra pocket here. It's got a peak lapel. Oh yeah, that will open up. Yeah,
is that for your watch?
That is
monocle?
for your watch, your monocle, or you know.
Slip your monocle right in there.
Whatever you want to put your monocle.
Yeah, it's for your monocle. There you go.
But I love this because it's got a peak lapel. As this has got a notch lapel, this has got a peak lapel. It's a little different. It's a little more fashion forward. I absolutely love this.
What are you supposed to put in this hole? I've always wondered that. Like what's supposed to go here?
So this is for your boutonniere.
Oh, right.
This
so
is
when you're
for
when you just wear.
When you're very bon vivant, you put your boutonniere in there.
Okay. Fair enough.
You put your boutonniere in there.
Yeah, put your boutonniere.
And so this has been a very successful piece.
Cool too.
This is one of the jackets from Mauro Blasi. So this is one of the ones that we have currently in the store.
And is this part of a full suit? Would you do this as a full suit?
You could do this as a full suit, but this is
Look
a sport jacket.
Look at the lining. Oh.
So this is a half-line jacket. But
so why is that? What is that?
The reason is some guys, like myself, overheat. And the lining adds.
You should have worn this here today.
I could have.
Yes.
The lining adds weight and warmth to the jacket.
That makes sense.
So this is already a heavier fabric, so we only half-lined it because I just thought it would be a little bit more comfortable for some guys, especially with a heavier fabric.
Is this wool or what?
Oh, this is wool. Yeah, this is a beautiful Loro Piana wool.
And don't dry clean it, as we talked about last time.
Not unnecessarily. No, only when you need to. So this is a partially handmade jacket. We have this on the shelf right now. If you want to come in and buy this right now at the store, we have this, and we also have a beautiful blue blazer made out of a Loro Piana fabric. That is just fantastic. So we've got some things on the shelf now. We're going to be getting some outerwear pieces from him. We're also going to be taking orders for custom-made Italian shirts from Zacchus, which is a company that we carry in the shop. We're going to be doing taking orders, custom orders during the event with Mauro as well.
Okay.
So we're doing
shirts and suits
and sport coats and trousers. trousers.
Oh,
Speaking
trousers.
of
Yeah, let's talk about
trousers,
trousers. I really like these with this
do you like these?
lovely lace right here. What are we doing?
So we're one of 2 stores in the United States of America to carry this line.
Wow.
And that's, I don't say that.
You must do a lot of schmoozing. How do you?
I schmooze. I'm a professional schmoozer. This line is from Japan. It's called Ikizenya, which is a very unusual name, and it sounds like it's attached to the Xenia company, but it's got nothing to do with Xenia. This is Japanese fabrics that trousers are made in Japan. Feel how much stretch this has.
Lots of stretch.
So I did this as a
That's beautiful.
as a dress pant with a drawstring.
That is.
And also, for the first time, I'm selling a pleated trouser in the store. Now people say, oh my God, pleats. And I've not sold pleats for over 10 years. Why pleats? Because pleats are starting to come back. It's a little bit more of a fashion.
Well, they don't look like old man pleated pants.
No,
You need a
it's
drawstring
really
for
more
that
of a
thing.
dart than it is a pleat. Pleats used to be really big.
It's not all the way
It's
down.
a little shorter. But this is just a really beautifully made pant. Like I said, we're
really
one
nice.
of 2 stores in the United States to carry this. I couldn't be prouder, and it's really
They're
doing
beautiful.
well. And I love this with a drawstring.
This is a great color. Well, yeah, it's like the response to how women get to wear like those stretchy drawstring, like, you know, they're like with heels, stylish. It's
Yeah,
like
but
the
you
male
could wear,
response to
yeah,
that.
you could actually
Dress that up.
absolutely dress this up, wear this to the office if you're in that environment, or you could throw it on with a pair of sneakers and wear it on the weekends with a t-shirt.
Oh,
And you could
there they
do
go.
There they are on the floor. Here's another one of the Japanese trousers.
Oh, these are great. These are great, like prints. I mean,
Yeah,
they're.
this is a tiny houndstooth in gray and black with a little bit of white. But again, I did this single pleat in the front. And in addition to that, what I love about this is the waistband on this, you'll notice, is very narrow. So it's very short this way.
Okay.
And this extension in the front is actually very long. It goes way over to the side. But this is absolutely, this is fashion today. This is not everything we have in the store, obviously, but I wanted to bring some fashion pieces just to
these
show
are
that
very
we have some versatility. The fact that it's just us and Paul Stewart in Manhattan that have these in the country really is a feather in our hat. Really is. I love that.
That's amazing.
Love that.
Oh, we're doing white after Labor Day again. What are you doing
Well,
with me?
this is a winter white.
Ooh, wow, these feel nice.
Isn't this amazing?
Yeah, what is that made out of? Butter?
It's cotton. Yeah, butter and cotton.
Butter and
Made of
cotton.
butter and cotton. And it has stretch. Feel
Yeah, these are really nice. Wow.
This is part of the Japanese
This is
line.
what you wear on your yacht, I feel like.
You could wear it on a yacht, or you could wear it with a sweater like this
On your yacht.
on your yacht, and have someone drape things over you so you don't get any
know,
red sauce.
You have
One
to- you
meatball
have
and
to
it's
pass on a
over.
black napkin.
One meatball and it's over.
You have to pass on a black napkin and not eat anything, and then you're good.
But this is a beautiful
that is
cotton
gorgeous.
moleskin with stretch in white from
Wow.
Ikizenya. It's really fantastic. This is
So this is another one of the Japanese
This
brands.
is another one of
Wow.
the Japanese. And this is beautiful. It's a very narrow trouser, so it is more trim than most trousers are. But guys are liking that right now.
Yeah. I mean, do you find that this, I know when I was in Japan, it was tough with the sizing because they're smaller generally than us.
They are smaller.
Is this, does this have a wide range of sizes? Or?
Oh, sure. I can buy any size I want.
Oh.
I can buy
Because
any size
you can do whatever you want.
Well, I'm Jim.
Yeah, you're Jim.
And, you know, I can do
Very
whatever I
special.
want. That's not true. But yeah, no, I've bought sizes. And I've sold this very well already.
Nice.
Couldn't be more excited.
Perfect.
Let's
what else
talk
we
about,
got?
we got one more pair of pants, and I really love this because we're the only store in Rhode Island that can carry this line. It's called Masons, out of Italy. So this again,
Wow, we're really getting ready for eating a lot of food with these stretchy waists, aren't we?
right?
Yeah.
This is a great travel pant. Why? Because instead of wearing sweats on the plane, you wear this. This is wool. Feel this.
Wow.
Super soft.
Yeah, that feels
lots
really
of
nice.
stretch.
Yep.
Super
I would wear that.
comfortable. And again,
You could start making women's stuff.
yeah, no, that's never going to happen. Again, with the drawstring
difficult.
front, but lots of comfort, lots of
Beautiful.
stretch. You get off the plane, you look fresh, you look dressed. You could throw this on with a shirt and a jacket if you wanted to, or you could dress it down again. But the fact that it's a wool and it's not a sweat pant, and again, the stretch is key. So I'm using this as a travel pant. And
They do say you're supposed to be be well dressed on a plane. You're not supposed to go like this.
you will find that
frumpy.
you get better service. You're treated better. People have a different attitude about you. If they're going to bump anybody up into first class, they're probably going to take someone who's a little better dressed. These are all things that people who travel out will tell you. And most guys who travel well will wear at least a jacket.
Yeah, of course.
So those are just good tips.
We didn't talk about the sweater yet.
This sweater. This is one of several that we did this year from the company Inishmaan.
Yeah, I like this little.
So Inishmaan is part of the Aryan Islands off the coast of Ireland, and they're known for 3 things. They're known for fishing, they're known for hurling, which is an ancient sport, and they're known for their woolens.
I was hoping it was a sport, not
Not hurling.
not
as
vomiting.
in,
they're known for.
let's-
It's
Oh
getting
my
late.
God,
I'm just.
what kind of a day have you had here? My gosh. Oh my gosh.
I just
I
want to
love
be
it,
on my
Chelsea. You're
yacht
awesome.
in
Yeah,
this
you wanna be on
outfit.
your yacht
Yeah,
with-
within this outfit.
Yeah. So this is, feel this, just a beautiful
It is.
wool, super
Not
soft.
itchy at all.
Not
It's-
itchy at all. It looks like it could be heavier and it's not.
No.
One of the things you'll see in the collection this year at the shop is a lot of Donegals, which is this, which has this other fleck of color in it. I had 2 other shirts and I forgot them to be honest. That had,
How could
they were
you?
beautiful. I had this beautiful iridescent
Bring 'em next
green.
time.
Yeah, next time. Yeah.
Now, what's the term for this sort of a neckline?
So this is actually called a hurling sweater. This is so. This is what you wear when you're hurling.
Exactly.
And hurling is a sport with a stick and a ball.
Okay.
It's actually a very famous sport.
I mean.
So, but they call
I don't
this
doubt it.
the hurling neck, and it's just after. I don't know why they do, but that's what they do.
Hey, there you go.
Oh my God.
I didn't say
Talking
anything
about
else. I
hurling.
did not say anything else.
So let's talk about.
Scarves, and then you got these
Scarves.
shirts too. You're saving the best for last. Right?
Oh, I forgot about the shirts, but we'll talk about the shirts.
Yes.
So
This
these
would look nice with your
are.
outfit right now.
These are, yeah, fantastic, right? So this is Alashar cashmere. This is Alashar cashmere. And what is Alashar cashmere? Alashar cashmere comes from a very specific part of Mongolia, and it comes from white cashmere goats. So it is known as the finest cashmere in the world.
Wow.
This is from a company called Piacenza. We're the only store in Rhode Island to carry Piacenza cashmere, and I love their scarves.
Like a wide houndstooth, is that what it's
Yeah, I
called,
just
or-
call it an exploded houndstooth. I just think it's exploded houndstooth on your yacht. Yes.
Well, you
'Cause
have
it's
all these
chilly.
things. You were on
It's
your
chilly.
Yeah.
But I love the pattern. I love the color you have on.
Yes,
I
this
just
one's
think
very
it's,
nice.
It's classic, but it's
Mine
updated.
is very nice.
Yours is
Yeah,
beautiful.
my
It's
scarf
going to
is
look
very
great when you put it in your closet. Never.
This is nice.
This is also, I love this because it's kind of an updated pattern. It's not a
Yeah.
boring pattern. This is silk and cashmere, so it's got a little more sheen to it than just
Yes.
a straight cashmere. And also silk, most people don't know this. People think that cashmere is the warmest, lightest fabric, but it's actually silk. So if you get a glove that's lined in silk, you'll actually, it's less bulky and it's the warmest you can get.
Wow,
inside
I
the
did not
glove.
know. Well, I'm learning. The more you know.
Silk has a lot of properties that silk doesn't absorb moisture. That's why a smoking jacket for a gentleman, if a guy has a smoking jacket and he smokes cigars, it's made of silk because it doesn't absorb the odor.
Okay.
So, but this is really beautiful.
And is it usually? It's usually blended with something else. Or is it
the
like
smoking
pure
jackets are
silk?
generally silk.
Wow.
Because of the odor issue. It doesn't absorb
Doesn't
that.
absorb
and,
odor.
and
Okay.
it airs out very, very quickly.
Fair enough.
So we've got a
Let's see
couple of
these shirts.
shirts. Oh my God, I'm obsessed.
Ooh,
So
I
the
like
sh-
this camo one. Camo.
this-
Wow, this is pretty.
So this shirt,
This
this
is-
is similar to the shirt that I have on today. This is the
Yeah,
same
it's like
company.
a brown sheen.
This is a
It's
chocolate,
beautiful.
chocolate fila discosia. So
Hold it
fila
like this.
discosia, yes. Pull a little tag out.
There we go.
Fila discosia is a knit that comes, that's done in the mills in Italy. It's a very fine, this is cotton,
Wow.
but it feels like silk. And the stretch
Oh, the
on
stretch
this is
is-
amazing.
Yeah.
And we
Wow.
did this in chocolate this year, and we did it in navy.
Oh,
And
navy
it's
must be really beautiful.
just rich and fantastic. I'm wearing it today with a suit. So you can dress it up or dress it down. It looks great untucked with a pair of jeans and a jacket thrown on. The colors are super.
Yeah.
This feels like you're wearing silk. You put it on and it's super luxurious. It's simple,
Yeah.
it's elegant, and I love the chocolate. Love,
What's the
love,
length?
love.
So you said untucked you can wear it. I know. Like so, the length must be.
The length is actually
nice.
pretty good. It's not super long.
Okay.
It's not. So you
Yeah,
can
because
wear it
that's
untucked.
always an
That's
issue
the
for men is
issue.
having to decide whether to tuck it in or untuck it.
But when we purchase things, we keep that in mind for the store. So this is one of the lines that we have in the shop right now that if you leave it untucked, it looks great. It's
You
the
think of
white line.
everything, don't you?
Well, I don't know about
here.
everything.
Here we
I mean, I
go.
thought about bringing a scarf for you today.
You
that's
did.
For sure.
But you forgot the other two shirts.
Yeah, I did. But
Nice.
I am obsessed with
This
this
is
shirt.
awesome.
I'm obsessed.
Camo with
With
like
flowers,
floral
right?
back. Yeah, it's very cool.
It's very different and very cool.
Is it just as stretchy every time?
No,
No,
this
not
is
stretchy, okay.
cotton. This is Zacchus from
Okay.
Italy. They're also going to be at the shop, as I mentioned earlier, next Friday and Saturday. I just think this is super cool. It's a
Very
different way
cool
to do
shirt.
camo. It's super fun. I would wear this with that white Japanese pant in 3.2 seconds. I think it would be super cool.
Why would it take you 3.2 seconds?
Because I have to open the shirt. It takes me a little bit of time to get it. But other than that, I would throw this bad boy right on. I think it's really super cool. I'll sell out of these in a minute. It's for a guy who likes
Okay.
something a little bit different.
I
It's-
love it.
Yeah,
I love
it's
it.
not boring.
Yeah.
You're not going to
Well,
find this anywhere else.
No, it's gorgeous, I must say. And if you like camo, camo's so in. Everybody's wearing camo.
I think a touch of camo is good. You can overdo it, of course, and look like you're going on a hunting trip.
Full camo.
uh,
No one can see you.
Yeah, no, that's not good.
Yeah, what do you do when you wear that and no one can find
Then no
you?
one can see
Yeah.
you. You're invisible. It's like when you were 6. You just squinted your eyes really tight. No one could see you. But I am absolutely obsessed with this.
It's beautiful.
The blues in it are right. The greens are soft.
I'm
It's not-
obsessed with it too. I'll just throw that out there. There we go.
Obsession.
Go and buy it.
So come in and get your own obsession. So I think that's
Look
it.
at
I
the
think that's
tan.
all we
That's
have.
everything you
That's
brought
everything,
me.
yeah.
Oh, I know. Well, I mean, everybody's got to go in and check out the sale.
Please come in and check out the
Definitely.
sale. We still
Before
have
Wednesday.
Yeah, because we have a lot of great items left still.
Okay.
Yeah, so come in.
And then make your appointments.
For Mauro
For Mauro
Blasi.
Blasi, that's
Super special. This guy is flying in from Naples, Italy just for this. He goes to several other stores in the country. That's it. So this is really an exclusive.
Okay.
We're really, his dressing is elegant and effortless, and I think most people who appreciate that will love what he does.
Where are you going to tell him to eat when he's here? He's an Italian. Where are you going to?
We are probably going to go, not that I should be talking about anybody, probably La Masseria.
I love La Masseria.
Probably.
On Saturday night, they have those raviolis. Those are the best.
I know, we'll probably walk.
Okay, we can talk about restaurants.
Oh, we can?
Yeah,
All right.
of course.
You know, we're talking about fashion. Fashion, food, it's all the same.
Yeah, I mean.
La Masseria, I'm sure.
But don't wear the white pants.
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, Jim, you're the best.
You are
Thank
the
you
best.
so
Thank
much for
coming.
being on the
Thank you
show.
for coming,
Yes.
and I appreciate you coming here today. And
Thanks for coming to work.
and thank you for bringing me that scarf. That was very generous of you.
Can you just close out the show too?
Oh,
I mean,
sure, that's good. And so next week, no, you close out the
Thank
show.
you.
That's
I'm
your job.
kidding. I know. You just said thank you for coming.
For coming, I don't
yeah,
know.
I don't know.
I don't
We're
know.
both tired. All right.
Had a
Okay.
long day.
Thank you, Jim, for being on the show.
It's a
We'll have you
pleasure.
back next month,
I
so
hope
we can
so,
talk
yeah.
about probably summer fashion at that point. 'Cause
No,
it's the winter.
we'll be talking about Thanksgiving.
Ooh.
We'll be talking about, we'll be talking
Thanksgiving
about
fashion.
Thanksgiving.
We'll wear those sweatpants.
Orange. Yeah, everybody's gonna. We'll get you some stretch pants with an elastic waistband.
And there you go.
See?
Yeah, we're thinking of everything. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope everyone has a great Columbus Day weekend. I know I'll be outside enjoying the awesome weather if I'm not at Blueprint 5 buying men's clothes.
We can only hope.
Yes, of course.
Returning the scarf.
Oh, man. All right. We'll be back next Wednesday, actually, at 4 o'clock for the lifestyle segment. So make sure to tune in then. We'll have some awesome guests. We'll see you next Wednesday at 4. Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Chelsea.